Come into mountain pose. Let's start with some shoulder rolls. So just bringing the shoulders up towards the ears, rolling them back and down. And then just leaving the chest open and elbows heavy. Bringing the chin slightly down and back. Tuning in, looking for ease from the inside out. Sense of kind of a buoyancy. Try to imagine a balloon that starts way down at the pelvic floor, kind of expands out where the widest part is around your ribs and then comes back, kind of that oval shape. But in a sense of expansiveness and lift. That feeling should not create tension in your back or your belly, your neck or your shoulders. It should just be a sense of lightness. So that's what you're looking for. So you may have to do some moving around a little bit, just kind of trying to feel into ease, trying to feel into what really feels very natural, very organic. Just don't assume that you know what mountain pose is or means. Just be open to exploring and discovering and experimenting until it kind of reveals itself. And as it is such a natural expression of our true nature, we know it when we discover it or when it shows itself. And we know it through our experience, not through our minds, not through any idea or ideal. It's like returning to our natural state. Let's bring the hands together at the heart. Take 3 Ms. So exhaling out all your air. Oh. Oh. Bowing the head to the heart. Saluting the teacher within. And then releasing the hands. Separate the legs and circle the hips. Let go and relax your neck. Relax your back. Just let your breath kind of guide your movement from within. And reverse your direction. Then we'll make our way back to mountain pose, bringing with you all that felt good and feels good. And then cat cow. Try to make your cat cow really organic. Keeping your shoulders loose, your spine loose. Then making your way back again. And sitting more towards the front edge of your chair with your feet underneath your knees, grab hold of the backs of your chair with your hands so that you're gently pulling your chest open. And then we'll lift the chin up, keep the shoulders relaxed, and then drop and pull the chin towards the chest. Just go up and down while you're leaning forward. And then come back to neutral head. Turn the head from side to side. Feel how the neck muscles travel down into the upper back and the shoulders. Coming back to the center. Just drop the ear to one shoulder and then to the other. And then back to the center. And rotating the head and neck all the way around 5 times in each direction. And coming back, releasing the back of the chair and sitting tall. And then sitting back a little bit more into your chair seat. Let's take the right arm across the body, hook it. Now we're going to drop the ear towards the right shoulder and then towards the left shoulder. Keep your right arm really heavy and relaxed. And just very, very gently, kind of like nodding from side to side. And leave your left ear towards that left shoulder. Lean back a little bit and drop that right shoulder again till there's some stretch on the right side of the neck. Now pull your chin back towards your chest as you keep that same position of the head. Now, keeping the chin back, turn the chin towards the left shoulder and then away towards the left shoulder and away. 3 more of those. Keep it easy, no force. And then bring the head back up, turn the head to the right, drop the chin, and then release the arms. Take the arms back, grab hold, let the head come back to the middle, grab hold of the back of the chair, go back, come forward with the trunk as you go back with the arms. Walk your hands up towards the top of the back of the chair. Tuck your chin. Reach from the base of your neck out through the crown of your head. And then take your hands down to the floor and drop your head. And then clasp your elbows with your hands. And with your hands, pull on your shoulders and your elbows. Draw the arm bones closer and closer to the ground. And then take the hands to the thighs and slowly come back up. Lift your shoulders up to your ears. Pull your head down into your trunk. Hold, not your breath, but your head. And then on an exhale, let go. Take your left arm across. Relax that left shoulder. So keep that left elbow bent a little bit and literally feel like you've got a weight hanging down from that elbow. Don't let it pull your spine forward, just your elbow down. And then let's take the head from side to side. Coming back to the center, turn your head left to right. Back to the center, pull your chin down and back. Relax your shoulders. And then release your arms, reach back. Go forward again, drop the head. Now release the arms down to the floor. Clasp your elbows again and draw down on your elbows with your hands. And then hands to the thighs, press down to come back up. Roll the shoulders. Let's twist to the right. Just taking the right arm over the back of the chair. Keep the ribs back. Gentle turn of the head, right to left, left to right. So part of the trick of working with the neck, if you want to call it a trick, I think of it as a trick because it's so not obvious, is less is generally more when it comes to the neck. You just want to touch, and I do mean just touch into any discomfort and back off of it. Never try to do more or try to get deeper in the neck, because it just tends to make things worse instead of better. Or at least that's been my experience. Now keep the head kind of turned to the left and see if you can walk your right arm a little further to the right. Don't pull. Just keep relaxing your shoulders, pull your ribs back, lean back a little bit. When I say lean back, I mean the upper trunk leaning back so it's more over or perpendicular to your pelvis. Now turn your head to the right, look down, and then bring the chin down towards the center of the chest, up towards the left shoulders, and then with the nose kind of making a big circle all the way around, as though you were drawing a circle on a chalkboard that's right in front of your face. And making that circle at a size that doesn't strain or pull on your neck muscles, but you do feel your neck muscles. You just feel that they are getting some circulation. And then stop, release, come back to the front. Sit in mountain pose and just take a few nice full breaths. And then we'll turn to the left, wrapping the left arm around the back of the seat. Draw your shoulder blades down and pull your ribs back. Relax. And turn your head to the right. And then back to the left. Keep the chin down. And what you're trying to kind of feel are those muscles at the very base of your skull. Not way down at your shoulders, but right at the base of the skull. Those are the muscles that tend to really get tight. It's where we hold a lot of stress. Sleeping wrong, if you will, many times has more to do with the shoulders than it does necessarily the base of the skull, but we kind of need to work with both to get a full release of the neck. Now, see if you can reach a little further to the right with that left arm. Just turn the head to the right. Now, just drop the chin. You're going to draw that circle on the chalkboard that's right in front of your face. Very mindful of what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. And then reverse direction. Coming back. And just turn the head again to the right. Now you're looking to notice what your body wants and needs. So try moving your head around a bit. You just kind of experiment with what you're feeling Noticing in particular around your shoulder blades. And then release. Come all the way back to the center. You just sit in mountain pose for a moment and let all of that kind of soak in. And then with the arms hanging by your side, take your arms up and down. And as you take your arms up and down, try to be aware of what you're doing with your head and neck. A lot of times when we're taking our arms up, we're pushing our head and neck forward. So try to keep your head and neck as neutral and as quiet, still as possible. So you're really working or stretching the upper back, the shoulders, more than the neck. And then take the arms up and bring the hands down and place the hands on the shoulders and make big circles with your elbows. Again, try to keep your neck relaxed and your head neutral right over the spine. So this is really shoulders, not neck, but it does affect the neck. So make these circles large. And then reverse and go the other way. The benefit of really noticing how you're using your head and neck while you're doing shoulder movements helps us to tune into what our unconscious patterns may be that contribute to our particular pain patterns or stress patterns. And then release the arms. Relax the shoulders. Okay, let's stand up and point your chair so you're facing the seat. And we're gonna just do some back and forth down dog. So step your feet back pretty far. And then push back so that your head comes between your arms. And then come forward towards a plank. And go back. So we're gonna do this pretty quickly. This is good for the shoulders, just back and forth. We're not holding, we're just back and forth. Plank to down dog, plank to down dog. Keep your neck and your head neutral. Don't move from your neck and head. You're simply moving from your hips and your shoulders. And going quickly, building up heat in those two primary joints. And then pushing back, down dog, step in, and come out, stand up. Now, as you come into mountain pose, just take a few breaths first and see if you can let your legs and feet ground. Let them be drawn down towards the earth. See if you can feel that kind of pull of gravity as it holds you close to the ground. And so I want you to try to let go of your leg muscles and let them kind of bounce around, let them relax so you're not gripping and holding yourself up like we do sometimes in mountain pose. This is kind of like a lazy mountain. So just bounce a little bit, feel your feet, and then start to straighten the knees and bend the knees. Straighten the knees, bend the knees. And as you let yourself get more and more weighted, Let your shoulders, your arms get weighted as well. And just keep doing these kind of little movements, trying to feel yourself in relationship to the earth, relationship to gravity. And then slowly straighten the legs, but don't grip the legs, don't engage the legs. See if you can go underneath the muscle into the bone itself and let yourself feel the heaviness of your bones, even and especially the tailbone. And then swing your arms back and forward. And as you swing your arms forward and back, see if you can do that without rocking on your feet. So don't let your whole body move forward and back, at least not right now, and just move from your shoulders. And then soften your knees and start to swing your arms as you bend and straighten your knees. And let that help you to let go of tension in your muscles. Sometimes we can't let go in our shoulders and our neck because we're holding so much tension in our legs. And then slowly start to stand up again. So back away from your chair just a little bit. And we're going to stamp our feet. I want you to pound your feet into the ground. It's really heavy steps. You can probably hear mine, but I can't hear yours. So make yourself make some sound. Your knees bent the whole time. And then come to a close. Stand up and feel that energy in your muscles. And then bring your hands to the sides of your chair again and go back into down dog. Now, again, keep everything soft in your joints and in your muscles. And come forward into plank or towards plank and back. Make it graceful this time. Like you're moving in water. Keep your neck relaxed. Keep your elbows soft and your knees soft. Just feel that kind of swinging action of your hips forward and back. And then come back to mountain pose. Standing up. Okay, so now just kind of turning where your chair is not so much in your way. Separate your feet a little wider than your pelvis and turn your feet out a bit. And we're going to swing. So swing up to one corner, come up onto the opposite toe and down and up and down and up. Now, when you're doing this, see if you can let go of your neck and shoulders. If it makes you dizzy at all, find something to hold your eyes on. Move your body, but not your eyes. And as you're swinging, really let go of your shoulders. Keep your elbows soft. And then come back. Keep your legs wide and just shift side to side. Now, if you can, take your legs even wider. Just step them a little bit wider. And just start to bend the knees. Put weight in one leg and then the other. It's back and forth. And then come back to stillness. Slowly finding it all the way up. Again, turn your feet out. Keep your eyes open and your tailbone rooted. Now we're just going to reach for the opposite foot and come back. You don't have to get all the way down, just to however far you can reach and come back. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Think of like a rag doll. And just reach to one side and the other. Let your knees bend. And then just go straight down the middle. Now, if you can, grab hold of your elbows with your hands. And again, keep the knees bent and soft. Just barely pull on your elbows with your hands till you feel a stretch in your back. Let go of your head and neck. Don't hold in your head and neck. That's where we get into trouble. And slowly roll back up. And release. Bring your legs back into a comfortable place. Deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. With the arms, inhale. And exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's come back to sit. Okay, so take a moment and just assess where you are. Has your mind gotten any quieter? Okay. So get your bolster and a couple of blocks. So something that we're not going to do in class, but I'll just share, especially if your neck bothers you, that can be really, really helpful is if you have some kind of a smallish ball that is cushy. Could be a tennis ball, although tennis balls are not particularly cushy. So I thought I had one here. I guess I don't. But anyway, some kind of, yeah, so Harita is holding up a little squishy, looks like a soccer ball, but it's little. So that's a good one. Certainly, if you have your old yoga ball, this too can work. It's not quite as effective, but it certainly, but you have to be able to lay down. You can't do this, standing or sitting. So that's why I'm just telling you about it. We're not doing it. But if you have a smaller ball, you lay down and put the ball at the base of your skull, and you can just place it. I also have 2 balls in a bag. This is really nice because I can put it right here where my spine is on the middle and lay back. This gets those, we call these the still points, these 2 points right here on either side. They're called still points, STILL, because if you put pressure on them, let go of your head, it just really stills the mind, really relaxes the mind, and relaxes. When you relax the mind, you relax your body. So that's just something that, is really nice if your neck is hurting or you're feeling a lot of stress. The other thing is self-massage. If you don't have a practice of self-massage with your neck, if your neck bothers you, it's a really good thing. Besides just the movements, is just to take your fingers, and I know everybody knows this, but you may forget it. Maybe your fingers or even your thumbs, and just work right in those still points. Just kind of giving yourself a little self-massage. It's amazing how much working on your own body can help. And then I'm just kind of work my thumbs down. You don't want to be on the spine. You want to be on each side of the spine. And then even here, these muscles, these traps, it gets so tight and tender. Just working those like they're a sponge or something, and you're just kneading them, just like you would want somebody to do for you. You can do for yourself. May not feel, quite as good, but it does help. So anyway, just wanted to remind you of those little techniques. Okay. Yes. Go in a little bit closer with your thumbs to each other, just a little bit. Yes. You should feel a little indention there that's between, the base of the skull, but between these hard corded muscles on the side. Okay, so sit with your legs crossed. And then we're going to circle around. Now, circling around with your legs crossed is not the same as when you have your feet on the floor. It takes different muscles. So not as big of a circle. This is really good for your hips. And so much of neck and shoulder pain or tightness comes from tension in our legs and hips. So really helpful to work the hips to release the neck and shoulders. Go the other way. And then come back. Change the cross of your legs. And do those same little circles. Just think you've got 4 points on your seated area, your 2 sit bones, tailbone, and your pubic bones. So you're just kind of going around those points of contact. Reverse direction. back to the center. And sit tall. Now bring the soles of your feet together and bounce your knees just up and down like a butterfly. Try to stay lifted through your waist. Now, leave them open and stretch your left leg out, but keep your right foot in, touching the inside of that left leg. Slide your hands down and back up. So we're going to go up and down 5 times. So down and up. Keep your shoulders and your neck relaxed. And if you have back issues, make sure that you're leading with your navel. Don't lead with your upper body. Pull your navel forward and only go as far forward as the navel can go forward. And then just come right back up. Okay, so I think that's more than 5. So bring that foot back, take your right leg straight. And again, from the navel, reach forward and back. Forward and back. And then come back to Baddha Konasana or butterfly. Take your left leg out to the left. Reach with your left arm, pull your right arm back. Come back up, feet back. Take the other leg out. Reach and take the left arm out to the side. Come back. Left leg out. Reach. This is pretty quickly perform, not a slow. This is not slow, gentle yoga. This is fast. Really working the joints. One more to each side. And back. Okay, then take your hands underneath your chair seat, pull up and lean back. Okay, so let's take our bolster out in front a little bit more. So you can't see what I'm doing. And you want to be able to sit up tall, put both feet up onto your bolster. But I want you to try not to lean back. I want you to sit up. And if this is too high, you can drop the blocks and just have it on, have your bolster on the floor. So we're just simply going to pull the right knee in, put it back, left knee in, put it back. Try not to swing your trunk, just use your hips and your legs. Very quickly, pulling the leg in and putting it back. And rest. Sit tall. You can put your feet back on the floor so that you can really release your back fully. Now take your legs wide as your bolster. Take your arms up. From your navel again, reach forward and come back up. Now be very mindful of this movement. If you have low back issues, make sure you're leading from your navel, holding your pelvis back. And coming back up, releasing the arms and bringing the feet back. Sitting up tall. Okay, so this next thing you can do with blocks or without blocks. And you can obviously have them at whatever height. If you're gonna use blocks, I would put your feet right underneath your knees and your block set up between your 2 feet, okay? So if you're using blocks, it would look like this. You just come up with your right foot, put it down, left foot, put it down. So it's just back and forth with the knee going out to the side. If you are able, you can put the foot all the way up onto the knee, but you want to be able to do that without swinging your trunk. You want to keep your body upright and just going up and down quickly. Really, again, creating a lot of warmth in your hip joints. Now, if you have hip issues, this can feel uncomfortable, but it doesn't mean that there's something wrong. This is one of those things that sometimes is uncomfortable doing it, but feels so much better when you're done. So last time. And stop. Take your legs wide and circle. And then come back, take something for your back that you can lean up against. Come to mountain pose. Feel your feet on the ground. Just feel the contact point. Feel your hands on your legs. Feel your heart beating. Feel the flow of your breath. Maybe you even feel the blood moving through the veins of your body. So no matter what your experience is in this moment, see if you can be with it without judging it as good, bad, neutral, just whatever it is, just accepting that's what it is. Can't be any different. Not in this moment. Can only be what it is. So let yourself take in what is. Not what you think should be, not what you wish it were, but just what it is. Notice when thinking starts to happen again. Bring the hands together at the heart and bow the head. Thank yourself for taking this time. May we have faith to know the divine enriches us, invigorates us, is present with us throughout our day. And thank you for allowing me to share this journey with you. Namaste. Okay, thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you hopefully on Thursday. Happy birthday again, Mary Caroline. I hope you have a bite of cake for all of us. Bye-bye.